Oh, shoot. We live. We've been live 42 minutes. All right. What's going on, y'all? I know it's random. Randomly hit live. Randomly, just started it up and post something. Didn't even give a time. Man, it's been a wild week, bro. It's been a wild week for me. I got my baby girl party, so I've been ripping and running. Been getting this yard together, so I actually haven't been able to stream like that because every day is something to do. I got something to do in an hour or so. I got to pick my son up, then I got to pick her up, take her to go get her hair done. Me and him got to get haircuts. Tomorrow is the live show. Friday we got to do the last ripping and running. Then Saturday is the party. Saturday is also the association for my son track. This is the last little bit right here for him to qualify. Well, he's automatically going to regionals for his motis. Got that. Then Monday is her actual birthday. Tuesday she graduates from preschool. Then she has a recital. So every day has been something. So I ain't really been able to focus on the Hova Report. What's up, Key? But I'm giving y'all this little time right now since I done did some things around the backyard. So I was just looking at the man cave like, damn, I miss you. Let me go ahead and strike it up real quick. So, man, welcome, y'all. Welcome. Sorry about that long spat about what I got going on. But welcome to the Hova Report. Let's get into it, man. It's a lot of stories, man. Prom season, graduation season, party season, sports season's going up. Yeah. Tomorrow is the live show, man. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. It's still tickets available. Make sure y'all go and get y'all tickets to the live show tomorrow at the El Rey. NBA finals start tomorrow. NBA been going up. This is the NBA I've been liking. It's been some real hooping. It's been a lot of bullshit too, cause it's the flopping shit I just can't get with. And SGA is like king flopper. He took that out of James Harden book, but he's still been hooping though nonetheless. Shout out to the Pacers. Shout out to the OKC Thunder. I love seeing the small market teams play hard and make it to the finals. I hope it's just a good finals. I don't care who win. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and hoop. Last time we seen OKC in the finals, it was 2012. They lost to that Miami juggernaut team of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. Last time we seen the Pacers in the finals, they lost to the LA Lakers back in 2000. So it's been a long time since we seen the Pacers in it. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Well, we're going to get a new crown champion. Team who ain't never won one before. So I'm just hoping for a good finals. I'll be tuned in. Probably not tomorrow because the live show is tomorrow. I'll probably be looking at my phone somewhere in the back. Just keep updating all that, but I will be tuned in from here on out. All right, is this the real MN? It said, "Fuck almighty suspect." That ain't the real MN. Real MN is Mark Nasty. Yeah. Well, shout out to all my people on YouTube right now, and I'm multi-streaming. Shout out to my sister Kiba for the super chat. Says super dad. I'll just be trying to do my job. They keep me on my toes, keep me going around here. Saying there's always something to do around this camp. I ain't never really got no time for me. I'll get a chance to do this, take a little nap, probably eat a little something, and then it's all about them. Dance class, track practice. This kid needs to be here. This kid needs to be picked up from here. You know how it go. All right, let's get into one of our first stories of the day. Let me go ahead and put this reaction channel on. All right, man. So this guy, I am so getting tired of this guy right here, man. Everything has been about him outside of his play. So this giving me diva already, and he ain't even proved himself yet. Bears want Williams to improve body language. Y'all know how he do the dramatic, oh, oh, when he get hit, when he tired, all that other shit, man, that he been doing. The Bears are looking for QB Caleb Williams to improve on some of his finer nuances that comes with being a starting quarterback in the NFL, including his body language. On the former, while the coaches understood the beating he took, they showed film to emphasize how he been slow to pull himself up off the ground. Breer wrote, hold on. It was a long year. People got fired in season and in adverse circumstances. The staff explained having a quarterback who was rolling with the punches will go a long way. Williams, 23, welcomed every piece of criticism in an effort to get better and has been mentored by a veteran QB, Case Keenum, who signed with the Bears in April. Y'all, we seen all the body language from this guy since the USC days, man. We know he's hella dramatic. Damn sure is a diva. We see how much of it's all about him. Like, yeah, he took a beating, but what quarterback hasn't? Pick your ass up. This is the game that you signed up to play. You know, he's taking a beating. It's to the point to where teammates don't even want to help this dude up. You feel me? Yeah, he's sassy. He's from the sassy generation. You know, the nail painting, the pink phone, the pink purse, and all that shit, man. Dog, pull your skirt down, B. Pull your skirt down. Man up. This is the game you signed up for. You the number overall pick. Act like it. Act like it. This is probably why the Bears ain't gonna never be shit, because this is the dude who's leading the charge. Him right here. Pick your punk ass up. Not even wet over here. The highest paid punters in the NFL by salary via over the cap. AJ Cole, who just got extended last week. You know what I'm saying, becoming the highest paid kicker after inking a 4-year extension in Vegas. He is now making just less than $4 million a year, $3.9 million a year just to kick the ball on fourth down. You got Michael Dickerson, 3.67 million for the Seahawks. You got Jack Fox for the Lions, Brian Anger for the Cowboys. Tied with fifth is the remaining of these kickers on this list. J.K. Scott for the Chargers, Cameron Johnston for the Steelers, Logan Cook for the Jaguars, Jamie Gullen for the Giants, Raleigh Dixon for the Buccaneers, and Tommy Townsend, all making $3 million a year. Kickers is making some money now. Just because your team can't convert on the fourth down, you kicking the shit out that ball to pin the other team down there on your side of the field. Well, on their side of the field. I thought this story was dope right here, man. Rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas. For y'all who watched ball during his time in the league, y'all know Demaryius Thomas was a silent assassin, didn't talk much, just went out there and played. The late, great Demaryius Thomas will be inducted into the Broncos Ring of Fame this season. Shout out to the Broncos on the class act. Demaryius Thomas passed away. What was that? A year or two ago, due to CTE. I know they say they can't check your brain until after you passed away, but they checked his brain and he had, want to say like a grade 2 Said Almighty suspect is fake tough. Hey man, I seen that Almighty is in jail now. I don't know what for. I ain't seen that yet. I ain't seen that come out yet, but I see he in jail, man. Breaking, veteran center David Andrews is retiring from the NFL after 9 seasons. Andrew, who was released in March, will retire as a member of the Patriots during an honorary press conference on June 2nd, which was just a couple days ago. Andrews, 32, retires as a 2-time Super Bowl champion. It's crazy. These players are retiring younger and younger and younger these days. Once they get cut for the team that they've been with for about 8, 9 seasons, 10 seasons, they up out of there. They like forget moving anywhere else, forget going through all this stuff again. And the older these guys get too, they don't really want to go into training camp with going into training camp with another team and do the process all over again. Because now that even though that you're a veteran, you new to this team, you don't get no special privileges or nothing like that. You got to go through this process all over again. So a lot of these dudes be out of here. And coming up, we got some stories of just that. These dudes sign with a team or they go to these camps and they retire right there in camp. Like, man, I ain't going through this shit no more. He said for having, Ohio Ty said for having tear gas. What the fuck? Tear gas? What this nigga doing? Carrying mace bombs and shit? Damn, is that he that scared of Brandon and Rich Trapper? Rumors, the Chargers running back Najee Harris is already a candidate on the trading block, per multiple sources. Sports Illustrated, Yahoo Sports, Motorcycle Sports, and the Last Word on Sports all reported that the running back Najee Harris is a potential trade candidate for multiple teams, including the Dallas Cowboys. Thoughts? Damn, he just got there. Is that bad already? You ain't even take your first snap with the team and they already trying to trade you. Najee must not be looking too good in camp, man. I thought Najee would pan out in this league, but I mean, he had a couple good seasons. Running back got a short lifespan anyway in the league, so go to a team that needs you, man. Go to a team that needs you. Hopefully, you can crack that 53-man roster. After that, get in the rotation. And from there, man, you'll be good. If not, shoot, go ahead and leave and retire early, man. We just spoke about Demaryius Thomas and all the punishment he took from the hits that he took. You know, get out there with all your health, man. So it was a cold case. He was fighting. He went to court and got booked. Oh, so he got booked from court. Oh, pepper spray. Yep, see, pepper spray, mace bombs, all that is, all that shit is the same. Tear gas is crazy. Saints are only favored in one game in 2025, y'all. Damn. Remember last year when the season started, right? We had a couple Saints fans up in here that was talking shit. They was high. They was on a high. They just spanked the Cowboys. They just spanked, who was it? Was it Carolina the first game? Remember, they was putting up 40 points the first 2 games. Then they lost to the Eagles by a point, and after that, they nosedive. We ain't seen those fans in here since. So now that, Derek Carr retired, they done lost some players, significant amount of players. They don't have no cap room to get better. These dudes are only favored to win one game. The Saints are favored in only one game this season at home against the Jets. Damn. Let's look who they play against. They play against the Cardinals week 1. 49ers week 2. Seahawks week 3. So the first 3 weeks of the season, these guys are playing the NFC West. Then they got Buffalo. Buffalo is a far better team. Buffalo is pretty much 12.5-point favorites. Then you got the Giants, that's a 1.5 point favorite. I see the Giants beating them. You got the Patriots, the Bears, the Buccaneers, the Rams, the Panthers, the Falcons, the Dolphins, the Buccaneers, the Panthers again, which is your division rivals, until you get to the Jets in week 16. Then you have the Titans and the Falcons, another divisional rival, to close it out. Damn, one game out of 17 games, y'all. One game. So we know it's safe to say who will be picking first next year in the draft. Somebody said, "Good love, doubters." Oh man, I mean they still got some talent on their roster. We got to see, man. We just got to see them pull it together. They got what's my guy name? Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore as the head coach. Great football mind when it comes to offense, but we don't know if he's a leader of the locker room, leader of men. We shall see. He done played on some good teams in his time in his career. Played at Boise State, won at Boise State. So we shall see, man. You never know until you line it up. It's hard to tell right now while it's OTAs right now. How can we tell who's going to win right now? Remember last year they projected us to win 6 games and we end up winning 12 and making it to the NFC Championship. So you got to take a lot of this type of shit with a grain of salt, man. Dolphins linebacker Jalen Phillips, who suffered a torn Achilles in 2023 and suffered an ACL in 2024. He has experienced depression and had to consult with a therapist to overcome his emotions. Phillip, who dealt with back-to-back season-ending injuries, said he went through a horrible feeling during his early rehab stints. I'm an entertainer. My profession is performance-based and it's publicly performance-based. It's really depression and horrible feeling to be hurt. Dolphin strength coach David Paloka said Phillips has constantly sought to be challenged and pushed during his latest rehab. Phillips, 26, has been participating in OTAs and plans to be ready for the 2025 season. I strongly believe my purpose is to inspire others to never give up, no matter what the circumstances is. Discipline, determination, and persistence are the most important qualities in life. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel, Phillips wrote on IG. Shout out to him. Hopefully, my boy get through this. This is one hell of a talented edge rusher, linebacker. Fresh out of Miami University, but he has dealt with some terrible injuries, season-ending injuries. Look, and can cover. Hella athletic, man. Life is a paradox. Nothing good in life ever comes easy. You have to go through hardships, pain, and discomfort to grow. These last 2 years for me have been filled with disappointment, anguish, pain, devastation, and sadness. But they're also been filled with love, growth, purpose, opportunities, and some of the happiest moments of my life so far. I strongly believe that my purpose is to inspire others to never give up, no matter what the circumstances is. Discipline, determination, and persistence are the most important qualities in life. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Cheers to another year of failure, defeat, joy, and success. Shout out to him, man. If anybody needed to hear that, that's him. That's him right there. And when I say that's him, that right there, if you're going through anything, any adversity through life, live by them words right there. We got Myles Garrett news, y'all. We haven't heard from Myles Garrett since all the trade rumors and then the big contract he signed. After that, all the news went away. Him being in rumor mills went away. Now, Football Forever reports Brown star Myles Garrett is taking criticism for vacationing in Japan with his new girlfriend, Olympic gold medalist Chloe Kim, and attending the Anime Awards instead of being at OTAs. It's a non-mandatory. Any player that doesn't have to be there doesn't have to be there. This is 100% accurate. That is the part that I'm on. Nick Paulson of ESPN Cleveland said. Like Charles Barkley said all of this years ago, I am not a role model. Myles Garrett is not a role model, folks. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about Myles Garrett, the leader. You know why? Because I have 9 years worth of evidence that he is not the defensive leader. Damn. Garrett, who requested a trade out of Cleveland in February, ended up signing a record-breaking 4-year, $160 million extension a month later. The Browns locked up Garrett long-term with the hope of him becoming more of a team leader, making his absence a little unsettling. Damn. Shots taken. Bow, 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 bow. He is not the defensive leader. If he's not the defensive leader on this team, then who is? Then who is? Denzel Ward? Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who won't be there this season? Who's going to be? It looked like a bunch of misfits for me. Which is crazy, man. They need some kind of guidance over there in Cleveland, man. Cleveland is a dump right now. They talking shit about Shedeur, even though Shedeur is doing good. Deshaun Watson now wants to be traded. This dude wanted to be traded. You end up paying him to stay. It was all about the money for him at the end of the day. You got Mason Graham that's there, a rookie who needs to be mentored, who can be another bright spot in your defense and your organization for years to come. It's a mess over there in Cleveland, man. I can't pinpoint it. He said, okay, motherfucker. But yeah, man, I mean, if he's not the leader, if he's not the locker room team leader, then who is, bro? Somebody gotta take over. That's crazy when your franchise don't have no leaders in the locker room. You bound to drizzle. Dak Prescott's famous "Here we go" could be on the way out in 2025. Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer says that the Cowboys will be making changes to their cadence. Right, because that's the change the Cowboys need. Oh, man, you hear this? No more "here we go." Damn, I'm used to that. I'm set. Here we go. I even hear that shit on Madden. Shout out to the Cowboys, though. We got Cowboy news coming up, too. More Cowboy news coming up. The Dolphins have had trade discussions with the Pittsburgh Steelers about their lone Pro Bowl selection last season, tight end Jonnu Smith, per league sources. Those talks came after Smith expressed an interest in reworking his deal that is scheduled to pay him $4.8 million this season. With Smith seeking a new contract, Miami is sought to a trade partner. Last season, Smith set franchise record for a tight end in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Smith's preference, per sources, is to stay in Miami under a reworked deal. Pay the man. This is the only person who made the Pro Bowl on your team last year. And you got Jaden Waddle. You got Tyreek Hill. You have Tua Tagovailoa. You got Jalen Ramsey. You got Nick Chubb. All these Pro Bowlers that you got prior to last season, this the only man who made it, and he's not getting paid a fraction that these guys are getting paid. Go ahead and rework this man deal. Keep him in Miami. Might as well keep him. That's another weapon that you know that you can depend on that's going to give you Pro Bowl production. Why would you trade him? But then again, Miami is also in dysfunction too. Let's talk about it. Miami organization, just like Cleveland. We just talked about Cleveland. Miami Dolphins are in dysfunction. Dysfunctional. Dolphins offseason has been anything but quiet. From Tyreek Hill outburst saying he's done with the team to Jalen Ramsey requesting a trade. Now the team exploring trade options for Jonnu Smith after a career year. When Mike McDonald took over, the Dolphins looked like a team on the rise. Now, pure chaos. Again, no leaders. No vocal leaders. Nobody standing up. They done lost Calais Campbell, who was one of the leaders there. Yeah, this is what happens when you got nothing but all talent, no leaders. Gotta have you a locker room leader. Gotta have somebody who can guide you. Gotta have some type of what's the word I'm looking for? Not responsible, but a person who's gonna take initiative, pretty much. Person that's gonna take initiative. For the last few years, we thought Miami Dolphins was gonna be that team. Before Tua got hurt, when they first got Tyreek, Jaden Waddle together, they was both 1,000-yard receivers. They was looking like a bunch of Ferraris on the field. Can nobody catch them? Deep bombs everywhere. They was killing teams. As soon as they don't make it to the playoffs, now look, everybody wants out. It's Miami at the end of the day. It's supposed to be lit. But this shows how much dysfunction it is in that locker room. You got players, being arrested right before the first game of the season. Like, where's the leadership at? Where is the leadership? Somebody got to lead these niggas. All these dudes making all that chili. Nobody want to step up to be a leader. We talking about this guy again, y'all. Kyle Pitts has trade interest. Multiple teams have expressed trade interest in Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts. Nothing is imminent, but it could take at least a day to pick for the Falcons to consider trading Pitts. Pitts, 24, is set to earn a fully guaranteed salary of $10.878 million under his 2025 fifth-year option and is set to become an unrestricted free agent in 2026. The Falcons can clear his entire $10.8778 salary. They trade him, but their preference is to keep him. In 2024, Pitts caught 47 passes for 602 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. I want to say that's dude best one though. He had 1,000 yards his first season. Since then, he haven't been able to get to that. Why? Because he's lazy. He's a lazy route runner. He's basing everything off his speed. He want to outrun the defenders. He don't want to do the proper techniques and breaking down and selling a route and all of that. How I know? Because I watched this dude film and it's like, why this dude ain't balling more? And this dude runs a 4.3 as a tight end. But he's lazy. He's a bum. If I'm the Falcons, I get what I can get for him. You got other tight ends that's way productive. You know what I'm saying? Less athletic, but more productive. Now I'm only seeing YouTube, so maybe I'm not on Kick or nobody's commenting on Kick. Cause it shows multi-streaming. I'm multi-streaming. Trash. He's a talented bum. Exactly. Breaking. The Eagles are trading defense of Ian Bryce Huff to the 49ers in exchange for a mid-round pick. So I had this for y'all last week. But then I seen it was some trouble with the trade. Let me see if I can find that. But let me finish this. Exchange for a mid-round draft pick. Huff, 27, will reunite with former Jets head coach Robert Saleh in San Francisco. The trade will become official on June 1st. Huff, who signed a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Eagles in 2024, recorded 13 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble in 12 games last season. 2023 under Saleh, Huff posted a career-high 10 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. Huff has agreed to rework his contract to facilitate the trade. Okay, Ohio Ty said I'm live over there for sure. Good looking, bro. Let me see if I can find what's going on with that. Okay, a conditional 5th-round pick, which has potential to be a 4th-round pick based on her performance. Okay, so the trade did go through. Okay, the trade did go through for sure. Shout out my little cousin Travis Ford, man. Little cousin Travis Ford over here texting me. Doing his thing over there at No Jumper. Get your money, man. But don't be like them other niggas, though. Don't ever have to depend on that nigga Adam. But get your money, though, cuzzo. Notable players who retired this offseason, y'all. We got some players, man. Julio Jones retired. Why they got him with the Eagles, maybe because that was the last team he was with. But we know Julio for his time with the Falcons. Derek Carr. Brandon Graham after winning the Super Bowl. Another Super Bowl. Zach Martin. Teron Armstead. Jason Peters, another Eagle great. Patrick Peterson. Tyron Smith, another Dallas Cowboys great. Micah Hyde. Sam Hubbard. Mason Crosby. What? He was number 21 for the Giants? Oh, hell no. I'd have made him come out this jersey quick. Get my number, nigga. Michael Pierce. Anu Neal. John Kaminsky. Mitch Morse. And like King Turner said, Frank Ragnow. I want to say that was what? Yesterday? The day before yesterday? Do I have that? Yeah, here we go. Man, y'all losing some players over there, man. Some linemen, some good linemen. Lions All-Pro Frank Ragnow announced his retirement from the NFL after 7 seasons. Damn, only 7 years. This dude is still in his into his second contract. He ain't fulfilled that second contract yet. Ragnow, 29, issued a following statement. These past couple months have been very trying, and I've come to the realization that my football journey is ending and I'm officially retiring from the NFL. I tried to convince myself that I'm feeling good, but I'm not. and it's time to prioritize my health and my family's future. Ragnar retires as a 4-time Pro Bowler and a 3-time second team All Pro. Damn. Damn. This is the minister of that offense, that man in the middle that controlled the offensive line, bro. The man that hikes the ball to the quarterback is now retiring. Great center, probably top 3 centers in the whole league. Who I want to say who's better, Creed Humphrey, who is Lindenbaum. But damn, 29. Didn't make it to 30, man. But shout out to him. Best of luck to him going forward. Hopefully your health is all intact. A lot of these dudes getting out the league early, y'all. A lot of these dudes getting out the league early. Can't blame them, man. They leaving with they healthy, body not broken up. Mental might be a little shocked, but hey, you'll be all right once you ain't got to go through that pain no more. Running backs, man, they're still out there on the market, man. It's been some rumors that we was interested in Nick Chubb, but I don't know why. But then again, it's just rumors. We still got Brian Robinson. We still got Austin Eckler, who played fairly well last year. Brian Robinson had 800 yards, even though he missed about 4 or 5 games. We drafted Jacoby. What's my boy name? Jacoby. I can't even think of his last name right now. We still got Jeremy McNichols, and we still got what's the other guy name? Can't think of nobody's name right now. But anyway, we got 5 running backs, man. We don't need no more. Chubb is Chubb. He probably come back and still give you something, but we good. Nick Chubb is still out there though for the teams that need running backs. J.K. Dobbins is still out there. J.K. Dobbins had a good year last year. Cam Akers, my Florida State Seminole brother. Jamal Williams. Damn, y'all remember when a couple seasons ago Jamal Williams led the league in touchdowns? Went to the Saints, wasn't the same. Ezekiel Elliott. I think everybody's cool on Zeke. We seen it's over with for Zeke. His career has come to an end. Zeke can't even get out the backfield. Gus Edwards. Dearness Johnson. Dearness Johnson is a solid backup. Been a solid backup for the last few years. Deontay Foreman. Damn, Deontay Foreman is jobless. Deontay Foreman been a journeyman these last few years, but another good solid backup. Amir Abdullah. All right. And then with this rookie class that came in, they was deep at running back. So a lot of these dudes is out of a job thanks to this new class of rookies that came in. Diggs can be cut. This came out prior to yesterday. Yesterday I seen an article that said, nah, Diggs is good. They're looking for him to be a leader. Looking for him to be a leader and step up in OTAs. He has now reported to OTAs after the boat incident where he got the hose on the boat and he got which appeared to be pink cocaine. Some would say allegedly, but hey, we can't tell. We don't know what was up in there. Patriots radio color analyst Scott Zolak has heard wide receiver Stephon Diggs can be cut for his off-field behavior. I came to the show yesterday with the knowledge that Stephon Diggs getting cut is on the table. That is being thought of, and it's not just the boat. There's other things that I've heard. That's all. The video. Hold on. The video of Diggs on a party boat surfaced earlier this week, and Mike Vrabel had addressed it while veteran wide receiver was absent from OTAs. It's something that we're aware of, and obviously we want to make great decisions on and off the field. Any conversations I've had with Stephon will remain between him and I and the club. The video shows Diggs holding a small bag containing an unknown pink substance. The Patriots signed Diggs to a 3-year, $63.5 million deal in March, but could have an out if contract of disciplinary clause were included. This would be stupid for them to get rid of him. They need as much help as they can because they have that young quarterback and Drake May over there. I think Stephon Diggs is the best receiver on that roster, and he's doing what he wanted to do on his free time, bro. OTAs is voluntary. He don't have to be there. It would be nice if he was there, which he is now. It would have been nice if he was there prior to this because this is a new team. It's nothing new to him, but this is a new organization that you with. So you would want to be there. You would want to show your face. You do want to build a rapport with these new guys on the team. But hey, he got a new boo, Cardi B. He having fun. You know, it wasn't mandatory for him to be there, but he's there now. So excuse me, y'all, for all this yawning. Boy is tired. Whoops. Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice is facing a third lawsuit in the wake of a March 2024 street racing crash in Dallas. Kayla Quinn alleges that she and her son sustained physical and mental injuries when their car was struck during the race involving Rice. They sued Rice and former SMU football player Theodore Knox, seeking damages of $250K and $1 million. Rice and Knox are both facing criminal charges, including aggravated assault, and have been sued by 2 other victims, with the court documents indicating they fled the scene after 6-vehicle collision. Damn. The NFL does not plan to take action against Rice until criminal case has ended. Wow. Man. For you youngsters to seeing this, be smart. Be smart. This right here is so irresponsible right here because, bruh, you on your rookie contract. You on your rookie contract. You rented those cars out for you and your friend to race. Both of y'all end up crashing. So not only do you have to pay the victims that y'all, you know what I'm saying, had an accident against or with, the 6-car pileup, y'all in trouble for that. Y'all also in trouble with the rental car company that y'all rented these cars from. Y'all got to pay for those. And this is out of your pocket, Rashee Rice. Your boy Knox. You know what I'm saying? If he's still in school, I'm not sure if he's still in school, if he's out of school by now. But this doesn't fall on him. This is all on you when it's coming out of the pocket. Criminal, yes, both of y'all, which is stupid because what y'all think was going to be just a little innocent race, with a highway full of cars end up turning into a 6-car pileup. Now it's millions in damages, and now it's lawsuits. And this is just 3 out of the 6-car pileup. It'll be more to come. Once people see how much those people got, rest assured the other 3 will be knocking at your door with paperwork saying you're going to be sued, bro. Trust and believe. Be careful, man. Play silly games, win silly prizes, and it'll cost your ass in the long run. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson is still struggling to find consistency throwing the ball in drills. Poor Colts. Can't get right. When the Colts is good, the Pacers is ass. When the Pacers is good, Colts is ass. It's crazy. It's only been 1 week of OTAs, but Richardson continues to have erratic moments. We got an abridged version of an entire Anthony Richardson experience as he jubilantly connected on chunk plays to tight ends Tyler Warren, Will Mallory early when his mechanics looked crisp, mixing in some runs as well before coming back down to earth in the second half of practice. That included an interception by linebacker Liam Anderson in front of Mallory, and an off-platform throw across his body that fell well short of the receiver on the next play. Richardson, 23, is looking to improve upon sophomore season, in which he had 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and a 47% completion percentage. The QB competition with Daniel Jones. I was about to say Jaden Daniels. They wish. QB competition with Daniel Jones rolls on. This is terrible stats right here. 8 touchdowns, 12 picks. You only completed 47.7% of your. It's quarterbacks out there that's completing 60%, almost 70%. This is wild. This dude all screen edition. Chunk plays for sure. That's crazy. Jalen Milroe. Hey, Hov, you going to be at the live show? I got meet and greet tickets. What? All right, Shrimp Life, we finally get to meet, bro. I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. Said, I'm better than Richardson. Oh, God, we all better than Richardson. Shit, my sister in the chat better than Richardson. Yeah, Rice is an idiot, man. Seahawks GM John Snyder on rookie QB Jalen Milroe. He's got some of those wows and woes, and then all of a sudden he takes off, scoring from 50, 60, 70 yards and running 22 miles per hour, Snyder said. He's a special man. He's been great so far. Everyone raved about his work ethic and personality.
Some of those wows and those woes, but then all of a sudden he takes off, scoring from, 50, 60, 70 yards and running 22 miles an hour with the ball in his hand too. So he's a special young man. He's been great so far. Everybody raved about the work ethic and the personality. And I don't know if you guys have interviewed him or not, but he's very engaged,
loved him.
very energetic.
John, when he came on at the end of the season in Alabama, he had me at hello. Loved him. Loved talking to him. Loved everything about him. Totally understand why you'd want to have him as part of your franchise. No doubt about that.
I was about to say number 6, ain't that? But I forgot they traded. Goddamn, I'm drawing a blank. Sam Howell. They traded Sam Howell. Sam Howell was number 6 for Seattle last season. He's now number 6. They traded Sam Howell to Minnesota. Shout out to Jalen Milroe, though, man. Hopefully he's all right over there. Now, y'all remember some months back, Ohio Ties, man. Shout out. Seen the reports Dylan Gabriel does not look like an NFL quarterback. Shout out for the super chat. Yeah, I seen that, man. I seen that. And I seen that Shador is kicking ass and taking names, bro. I have seen that. I have seen Shador might fuck around and be the starting QB over there. Excuse me, y'all. All right, so y'all remember months back was it months? Yeah, it was months back. We talked about Asante Samuel and Dion back and forth on IG. Asante Samuel talking about prime, and they talking about the T-step technique and running out of your breaks, cornerback shit, nerd shit. If you're not really into that, but now these guys finally discuss, they friction, and I want y'all to hear it out. You know what I'm saying? Both of these dudes got valid points. They got valid points, man. It's all about context. I hate to say it, but context do always matter. You feel me? Hate to say it. Context do always matter. Once you got to get an understanding of each other. But let's hear what these dudes got to say.
I think it went left. I was working for NFL Network, and they asked me who were the top corners in the game. And see, I hate to do that. I hate to do that. I think this was the first and the last time I ever gave a ranking. I'm telling you, you don't know that. That was the first and the last time. Okay. And I said, blah, 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 blah. Then I said, Asante Samuel is the best off corner in the game. And you didn't want that. You didn't want that. So what was wrong with that? Because I was just being 100. Like, what I would have wished that you did, I wish you would have traveled.
Right.
I wish you would have took the dog and took him out the game, because I know you was capable. But y'all didn't do that. Right. So it was hard for me to say that when, you got Reeves out there and some of the other cats out there, and they were traveling.
But the reason why I wasn't interested in matching up, because I wasn't getting the ball like I was getting in practice against Tom Brady. So let me explain this to you, right? Like I say, you the one pioneered that term, lockdown corner. But you have 50 interceptions. Nobody is doing that no more, right? So how I looked at it, Coach, right? The quarterback was in control of the football.
True.
Most quarterbacks are right-handed.
True.
And most passes go to the right side, the defensive left side, right? So my mindset was, I'm going to take away the quarterback's favorite side to throw to. And that's going to create the advantage for the defense. So I'm playing the quarterback. I don't wish to play the receiver, because the quarterback has to get the ball to the receiver. So that was my mindset. But nobody understood what I was doing. So it's like it kind of got washed out. So you compare me against any quarterback, against Peyton Manning, against Eli Manning, you know what I mean?
You got yours.
Right.
But what we wanted to see was the matchup.
Shout out to them too, man. So I'll definitely get what he was saying, because when I played I played on the left side. When I played corner, I played on the left side. Everybody know the X is always on the left side, which is my right. You feel me? He's always over there, the number one receiver. I always played the side Asante Samuel played on too, because that was the side I was comfortable with. I could play the right side if I wanted to sometimes. When I got older and I played in college, you know what I'm saying, we was more zone based. I was playing on the right side. You feel me? But always as a kid, I was always on the left side, picking off the left side. You know what I'm saying? Running it back on the left side of the field. So I get what Asante Samuel's saying, because it is easier to pick off a right-hand quarterback when he's throwing to his right. You feel me? You always, and you, for some reason, when a quarterback is right hand, it seems like you always close to the ball for some reason. You know what I'm saying? You get out your breaks. You know what I'm saying? You run in with the wide receiver. It seemed like the ball is just always close to you. So I get it. And he was one of them dudes who pick off passes, run the shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, Asante Samuel was a dog, but he not no Prime. Prime shut down that number one receiver, and Prime was doing the same shit too, just shutting down the number one receiver. He traveled. Me, back as a kid, the traveling thing wasn't a big thing. You played your side of the field. You know what I'm saying? The traveling thing came once you got, older in the pros, and then if that number one receiver was a dog, if your coach wanted you to stop him, then they allow you to travel. But other than that, you play your side of the field. But shout out these two. I'm glad they finally got, they was able to hash it out and got an understanding, because both of these dudes Asante Samuel should be in the Hall of Fame. He should get there one day. We shall see, though. He should be in there, though. And he's Super Bowl champion, too. He should be in there. Let's talk about these Steelers, though, man. Steelers have officially sent an extension offer to T.J. Watt, but it's not enough to get the deal done. Longtime Steeler reporter Mark Caboli says that the offer was pretty substantial, but probably not what Watt is looking for. And while OTAs are voluntary, Watt's absence sent a clear message: I'm not showing up without an extension. With Myles Garrett resetting the market at $40 million per year on a 4-year, $160 million, it's safe to assume that Watt wants something in that range. Spot Track has his projected market value at 4 years, $146.5 million. And even in what's considered a down year, Watt still posted 61 tackles, 11.5 sacks. Will the Steelers step up and pay their franchise pass rusher, or are we staring down at the start of a holdout? Only time would tell. That's a down year for Watt. 61 tackles, 11.5 million. That's still good production. We all know TJ Watt to always be hurt, though. Every year he's hurt. He's going to sit out a game or two, or 3 or 4. But he definitely deserves to be paid when he's in that lineup and he's causing havoc. So $146.5 million is not bad. It's not Myles Garrett, but it puts you in that neighborhood. And y'all got to compromise. Shoot, you want to get paid? We need you. We need you to be on the field, which you always do get hurt. So let's work together. Let's get this deal done. Let's meet in the middle. 146.5. Let's go there. Not a penny less, not a penny more. What you say? If I'm TJ Watt, I'm taking this. You still getting paid what? I mean, close. Let me see. Let's do the numbers. Let's do the numbers. I want the exact. $0.5 million divided by 4 equals. That's $36 million a year, man. Why not? Why not? He said, "Fuck it, tell him to come to the Lions." Lions don't need nothing else over there, man. Steelers, come on, man. Learn from the Bengals. Learn from the motherfucking Bengals, man. Speaking of Lions, though, 2K Josh, welcome to Commander Hove Channel 2. It's my first time seeing you. Lions cornerback DJ Reed says he has noticed completely different energy with the Lions compared to the Jets. He told reporters after being asked, "I needed to go through what I went through in New York, and I am grateful that I went through it. It's different. It's difficult, but at the end of the day, we get paid to play football, and you make a commitment to your team. But it is tough when you get to September, October, November, and you are already out of the playoffs. That is tough because the energy is different when you know you're playing for something." That's true. That's true. That's true. The season just started, and you look up, and you in October, and shit, you already 1-5, 1-6. Energy does change, attitudes change, body language change, all that shit. Jobs is now in jeopardy. Coaches is on hot seats. But how are you able to tell now, bro? How are you able to tell now? You just got to Detroit. You ain't even played the game yet. You don't even know what this season going to be like. Yeah, you in Detroit. Yeah, Detroit won 13, 14 games last season. But in the same breath, we don't know what's going to happen with Detroit this year. Yeah, they got a talented roster, top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? They talented. But they lost their offensive coordinator. They lost their defensive coordinator. They just lost their all-pro center. John Kaminsky retired. Like, you got Aiden Hutchinson coming back. He's still not fully 100%. So, we got to see, man. We can't just bank on everything off of last year. You still got to put the work in. We done seen some teams that we thought we was high on based off what they did the year prior, and then they come back, they stink up the joint. So we shall see, though. I'm not saying the Lions going to be sorry, but we just going to have to see, man, because Ben Johnson is a motherfucker, bro. Ben Johnson was, he was drawing up some shit for that offense, man. They was all kind of trick plays. They was looking like the Showtime Lakers out there on the football field. These niggas catching passes, hooking lateral to the goddamn offensive lineman. Offensive lineman over there catching screen passes. Offensive lineman over there throwing passes. Like, come on. Veteran cornerback Ronald Darby is retiring from the NFL after 10 seasons. Darby, who played for the Jaguars last season and signed with the Texans in March, has decided to walk away from the game at 31 years old. Darby is a one-time Super Bowl champion with the Eagles and finished his career with 447 tackles, 12 for loss, 8 interceptions, 106 pass defenses, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 118 career games. Damn. See, he just signed with the Texans in March. All his OTAs and getting back into the realm of things with a new team as a vet, and he just decided to retire. Feel me? Some dudes is just not accustomed to change. Like with him, he's a journeyman. He was with Jacksonville, he was with Denver, he was with us for a minute, then he left for us. Who else did he? He was with us, Jacksonville, us, then he went to Denver. And then from there, he just been bouncing around. I didn't even know he was with the Eagles last season. That's crazy. That's crazy. So he won the Super Bowl. I didn't know he was on the roster. But shout out to him. He is a Florida State Seminole. Shout out to Ronald Darby, former commander. Saying best of luck to him going forward in life. But that goes to say, man, these vets go to these teams and just can't do that camp no more. Like, man, I'm done with this shit. All right, so the weirdest NFL facts ever, y'all. I want y'all to see this. You know, I always want to give y'all a little something different than me talking. So, here we go.
NFL facts that honestly just confuse the shit out of me. The Seattle Seahawks are the only NFL team to play in both the NFC and AFC championship. Dan Marino played 242 games in his 17-year NFL career and only had 87 career rushing yards. On the flip side of that, Ryan Fitzpatrick led the 2019 Dolphins in rushing yards that season with 243. Don Hudson once scored 4 touchdowns and kicked 5 extra points to make up 29 points scored in a single quarter. 5-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Wes Welker kicked an extra point and a field goal before ever recording a catch in the NFL. Barry Sanders has the most negative rushing yards in history with negative 952 and still ranks 4th all-time in rushing yards. That's why Barry is the motherfucking GOAT. In 2010, Brett Favre became the first and only active NFL player to be a grandpa. Also, let's not forget that Favre's first career completion was to himself. Jim Harbaugh has more career NFL rushing yards than Bo Jackson. Who could forget the legendary Jerome Bettis stat line, 5 rushes for 1 yard and 3 touchdowns. The Chicago Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer, but now that they have Caleb Williams, they still don't have a 4,000-yard passer. In 2002, despite having 422 yards of offense to Houston's 47, the Steelers still lost 24-6. In 1998, Falcons defensive back Eugene Robinson was given the Bart Starr Award for a player who exemplifies outstanding character and leadership. Hours later, he was arrested for soliciting companionship from an undercover cop. The night before the Falcons played in the Super Bowl, but he was released and did play. I didn't say he played well. Did you also know the longest punt in Eagles history is by quarterback Randall Cunningham? Who am I kidding? Nothing is topping the Eugene Robinson story. Here are some of the...
That's crazy. So, some of you that may be too young to know about the Eugene Robinson story, I want to say I was in 7th grade when the Falcons made to the Super Bowl against the Broncos. Eugene Robinson was the safety. He's known for playing with Seattle when Seattle was in the AFC. You see, they was the first team to play in the AFC and NFC. They used to be in the AFC West with the Chiefs, the Raiders, all them. Eugene Robinson went to jail the night before the Super Bowl, trying to get him some from a streetwalker. From a streetwalker that was an undercover cop. Booked his ass. Game before the Super Bowl, bro. He got out hours before the Super Bowl and played. And you can tell.
Here are some of the weirdest NFL facts.
You can tell he was devastated. He probably done lost his family after that. Oh, you said y'all won 15 games. My bad, King Turner. But yeah, you could tell his wife probably was on his mind, his kids, his family, because he got busted. And this was like the story that came out. This probably was the biggest story that came out of the Super Bowl prior to the game starting. After he just got that award, bro. So just think, you just got all this praise, then you get busted just being a human. You need to get one off before the game, and this what happens to you. Shrimpfly said, hey, Ho, realistically, how you think the Raiders going to do this year? Raiders should do good. On paper, y'all look good. On paper, y'all look damn good. But I say y'all going to be fair. I say y'all probably 8, 9 games. How many games the Raiders win last year? The Bears and the Commanders are 2 teams that come to mind when asked about potential suitors for a free agent running back Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb likely won't sign with a team until closer to training camp. Go to Chicago, man. I think we good. We are good, man. Chris Rodriguez, that's the other running back I was thinking about that we got. Chris Rodriguez. We got Chris Rodriguez, Jeremy McNichols. We got Brian Robinson Jr. We got Austin Eckler. And we have Jacoby. Let me see my boy name. Let me get his name because I don't want to. Rookie. Krosky Merritt. There we go. We call him JCM. Krosky Merritt. Coach Prime again. Colorado head coach Deion Sanders said he was hurt by the foolish pre-draft reports on his sons, Shador and Shiloh. It did hurt, but the Bible says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. There was some foolish stuff that went on, but that gave them something that they needed, Deion said. Like that edge that Tom Brady had. It gave them that edge that you had. It gave them that edge that I have. Folks said that we weren't going to be nothing, but we had to prove that. It gave them the edge that they needed, both of them. Deion took offense to reports that Shador wore headphones during NFL meetings. Anybody who knows my son understands he's a professional. He's going to go into a meeting with headphones on. Y'all come on now, Deion said. Deion added that his sons are prepared for whatever may come their way. You got to understand, my kids are built for everything. We had 2 TV shows. We had shows in high school with playing football junior and senior years. We always been in front of the camera, so they know how to navigate. They know how to handle themselves. You're not going to catch them in no foolery or no mess. You're not going to do that whatsoever. Shout out to Prime, man. He's always advocating for his sons, man. Like a father should. Which, that's crazy if his son did go in there with headphones on. I mean, but if he did have on headphones, shit, I'm pretty sure he took them off. We all see that if y'all looked at the thumbnail, the Madden cover is official. It's Saquon Barkley of Madden 26, synonymous with his football number 26. They got the reverse hurdle. That that should have been a no-brainer to me. Should have been unanimous that he won, because that was cold. That was the coldest play last year, if you ask me. But the official Madden cover was already unveiled, features Saquon Barkley. But here's a look at some of our designs. So these were a couple of what it could have been some possibles. You got Jaden Daniels with Lamar Jackson. This end up being the winner right here. You got my boy Jalen Hurts winning the Super Bowl. The Gritty, Justin Jefferson. You got Malik Neighbors showing off his grill. Jamar Chase having that beast of a year he had last year. These was all possible covers for Madden 26 before they went on ahead with Saquon Barkley, which was well deserved. I mean, you could have gave it to him or Jalen Hurts, either or. Players who changed their jersey numbers this year. So for y'all Lion fans that's in the chat, if you got a Jahmyr Gibbs jersey, you got an old jersey. You got a throwback now because he didn't change his number. You see, Puka Nacua didn't change his number from 17 to 12 based on Devontae Adams coming to the Rams, and he gifted Devontae Adams his number 17. Jahmyr Gibbs went from 26 to number 0. So I'm not sure if I like this 0 on Jahmyr Gibbs. The 26 is better, but this is not my team. It is what it is. But I thought Terrion Arnold was number 0. So what number did Terrion Arnold take? Got Jamison Williams going from number 9 to number 1. Everybody just switching numbers over there in Detroit, huh? Marshawn Lattimore goes from 23 to 2 in D.C. Jahan Dotson go from number 83 to number 2. You know, he got traded late in last year with, you know, the trade with the Commanders. I want to say it was after preseason. We traded him to Philly. So everybody numbers was taken up already, so he had to wear that terrible number 83. So now he's number 2. Now that Darius Slay is gone, let's see what he doing at 2, because you got to be a cold nigga to wear that number 2, bruh. I'm just saying, if I couldn't get number 21, I wore number 2. He said that 0 is cold. It is cold. I ain't gonna cap. It is cold. But I'm just so used to seeing him in that 26, man. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's going to have to, you know, grow on me. DeMarvion Overshown from 13 to 0. I hear a lot about this dude. I ain't really seen him play yet. Ricky Pearsall couldn't wait for the team to trade Deebo Samuels. It went from number 14. As soon as Deebo left, he took that number 1. So, those are players right there who changed their numbers so far this year. I'm pretty sure it's more than that to come. You know, once these cuts and everybody doesn't make the team, the 53-man roster, I'm sure it's going to be some players who change their numbers up. Seahawks rumored to have their eyes on defense superstar Michael Parsons amid contract extension drama in Dallas. We shall see. I doubt he even want to go to Seattle with DeMarcus Lawrence already being over there, and him and DeMarcus Lawrence been having, you know, they back and forth since being teammates with each other in Dallas. And then once DeMarcus Lawrence left Dallas, he had some chozy words to say about Dallas and the organization and how they was losers. And him and Michael Parsons been going back and forth about that. We covered that here on this channel before. Diggs may lose $500K. Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs is in danger of missing out on $500K from his 2025 base salary for not rehabbing his surgically repaired knee at the team's facility. Oh, this is silly right here. Diggs, 26, has opted to rehab his left knee in Miami instead of the Star. He was not in attendance for the first 2 phases of the all-season programs and has not participated in OTAs over the past 3 weeks. According to his contract, Diggs must participate in 84.375% of the off-season program amid to a $500K de-escalator. Even though Diggs is rehabilitating from surgery, the contract states a player must rehabilitate such as surgery as required by or under the supervision of the club's head trainer until such time as full participation in the off-season program can be achieved. Supervised rehabilitation by a player with club's head trainer will count towards players' 8.4375% completion requirement. OTAs are voluntary, but the Cowboys have had base salary de-escalation clauses written into their large contracts over the last several years. Diggs is believed to be the first player who could see a lowering of his base salary if the Cowboys choose to enforce the clause. Damn. He over there in Miami with his brother on that boat with Cardi B. Over there being a wingman. Oh, this is the thumbnail. I'm sorry, I already did the Madden cover thumbnail. This was the thumbnail because this shocked the shit out of me when I seen early retirement. I'm like, what? He talking about calling it a quits already? What you talking about, Saquon? You win a Super Bowl, you won and done? But let's get into it. So, Eagle star running back Saquon Barkley says, excuse me, he may unexpectedly retire within the next several years, similar to his favorite player, Barry Sanders. It'll probably be one of those. I'll probably be one of those guys that'll be out of nowhere. I'll probably be one of those guys that it'll be out of nowhere. All right, there we go. I'll probably just wake up one day, whether it's next year or 2 years or 4 years, and just be like, yeah, it's over. I don't think I will ever lose that passion. I'm just a competitor. The competitive nature is always going to be there, Barkley said. My favorite player of all time is Barry Sanders. Probably something similar to that. I'll be balling, and I'll just be like, yeah, and call it quits. For reference, Sanders retired at the age 30, and Barkley is currently 28. He said bro can retire tomorrow, and he's a legend, cemented. Hey, fact. He said, call me crazy, but Dawson can have a solid year. He could. I mean, just think, he about to have a full offseason with y'all. Full offseason. He got traded to y'all kind of late last year, so, you know, he came in fresh, got to learn everything. You know, he caught along later on in the season, but he's not a bad player at all. He just couldn't fit with us and what we wanted to do. So, yeah, he gonna be a good player with y'all, man. Especially with all the talent y'all got around us. He better kill in that slot. You know, he's still a former first round pick, but this right here is crazy. Let's see.
I'll probably be one of those guys that it'll be out of nowhere. Like, I'll probably just wake up one day, whether it's next year or 2 years or 4 years, like, and just be like, yeah, it's over. I don't think I will ever lose that passion. The competitive nature is always going to be there, but you know, I like probably my favorite player of all time is Barry Sanders. So probably similar to that. Maybe one day, like, it'll be out of nowhere. I'll probably be balling and just be like, yeah, call it quits.
I can't wait. As long as he in the Eagle jersey, call it a quits, bruh. Because I don't want to have to deal with you no more. The way you ran all over us in that NFC title game, nigga. Bye. Sayonara. C'est la vie. Nah, but yeah, like Ohio Ty say, he can retire tomorrow. He cemented. I mean, watching him, I'm glad I was able to watch Saquon play. I watched him play in New York. I watched him play last year in Philly. And watching that dude play, that dude is a beast, bro. That dude is a beast. He always performed every time I watched him play. And I'm going to have to make a list one day. I'm going to have to make a list of all the players that I have watched. You know what I'm saying? While going to these games and seeing with my own eyes. I didn't watch some legends, bro. I didn't watch Saquon Barkley. I didn't watch Eli Manning. I didn't watch Odell Beckham in his prime. I didn't watch fucking Adrian Peterson, bro. AP. It's crazy. I didn't watch Clinton Portis, Santana Moss. Alex Smith. I'm talking about 49ers Alex Smith. Vernon Davis. Who else did they have? Frank Gore. I didn't sit and watch some legends, man. So I'm gonna have to write down like all the games I went to and go back and see who was on that roster. And I'm going to have to give y'all that list one day. So it says, Champ Bailey walked so Travis Hunter can run. Which is crazy to say because Deion Sanders walked so Champ Bailey can run. But let's see. Let's see what they're talking about, y'all.
In, then splits out to the right side. George fires and completes to Champ Bailey.
Woo! Broke him down.
Across the 30-yard line. His first reception in the NFL.
Okay, I want to say I remember that.
3rd down and 5. Champ Bailey first down and more into Cardinals territory.
Champ was like our Deion.
We're watching. Brad Johnson pitches it back, coming to the near side of the run. Champ Bailey going to the 3.
Touchdown. I remember this.
He didn't make it. Everybody's saying touchdown. No, he didn't get it. He knocked the pylon over. Now they say he did. Champ Bailey with his first career rushing touchdown, 7 yards, and the Redskins have scored. Well, there's a little bit of ingenuity. New wrinkle. Terry Rabitsky is now running.
Same game. Hey. Well, Deion right there.
Champ Bailey, who's done just about everything but kick field goals today for the Washington Redskins.
Shout out Champ, man. He was a... Man, I wish we would have kept him. But then we wouldn't have been no Clinton Portis. But I wouldn't have been mad if we kept Champ. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't get Clinton Portis, then we probably wouldn't have got Santana. Then we probably wouldn't have drafted Sean Taylor. So I'm not mad on how things panned out. But I definitely, you know, me being a corner and loving cornerbacks, I was definitely upset when we first traded Champ Bailey. But then when I seen who we traded him for, then I'm like, oh, yeah, it ain't that bad. But, man, that's going to be it for today, man. We had to leave on that note with, you know what I'm saying, Hall of Famer Champ Bailey. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can get that type of production out of Travis Hunter and his time in the league. You know what I'm saying, we shall see. But let me see, do I got any supers? Any other supers? Let me see. No. Nope, that's it. But all right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button before you get up out of here. Smash that like button for me, please. We're getting close, y'all. We're getting close. You know what I'm saying? All we got to go with is these, you know, these stories, these rumors. We definitely going to get some football soon, man. We already in June. We about a month away. We about a month away for getting some football, y'all. Hall of Fame game is going to be in July this year. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't show the game, but we definitely can, you know, live stream and watch the game and watch me commentate at the same time. You feel me? But we close, y'all. We're definitely close, man. Shout out to my boy Hazard 420. But man, if y'all in LA, man, pull up tomorrow. Pull up tomorrow. It's gonna be a vibe. You know how we always do at the live show. And shit. What's today? Today Wednesday? What we got Wednesday? Oh, shame on you. Shame on you is today. Y'all make sure y'all look out for that. And that's gonna